missing the point. Fox got back in the picture. We gotta move that thing. Gotta keep it out of there. There we go. So, what are we talking about today? Today is our special election.
Welcome back to Adventures in Missing the Point. Kleenex box again. And our bush.
Bush? Shrubbery?
A shrubbery!
I think it should be 2 shrubberies with a little path down the middle.
One that looks nice.
Of course.
And not too expensive.
Yes.
Shrubbery.
What are we talking about, Paul?
We're talking about social media.
social media. Ooh.
We're talking about social media on social media.
Whoa. That's got like social mediaception.
In particular, we're going to talk about how to get your point across when you're angry on social media.
How you use social media to best get your opinions out there.
So what's the point of social media?
To express your views on things in the most offensive way possible.
Seems legitimate. Are there like steps that we can follow to do this?
That's actually what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to give you 14 clear steps to maximize your use of social media. This is going to be very practical, very clear, and you are going to walk away from this video an expert on every social media platform.
Because we're experts.
We are
experts at social media.
Just like our last video. If you saw that, the picture quality was absolutely spot on. It beat out VHS by at least a couple pixels.
Like 128p or something like that.
We are the experts you want to turn to for social media. Without further ado, should I jump into step 1?
Here we go. Step 1.
Step 1, get really angry. Really, any emotional response is better than none. You've got to be emotional if you're going to use social media. Get emotional, get angry, get sad, glad, whatever. Get emotional.
What if I don't have anything to be angry about?
Find something. I mean, there's plenty out there on social media. You can find something to be angry about.
Any recommendations on what I can be angry about?
We've covered a couple things already. You can be angry about apathy, like we showed in our first episode of Adventures in Missing the Point, where we missed the point of our own show. You could be angry about politics, like we did in our election special election special. That's what we did last time. Or in our Halloween special, you could be angry about a particular religious or social observance. There's plenty of things out there.
They haven't seen the Halloween special.
What do you mean?
We didn't post it.
We didn't post it?
No.
I shouldn't have referenced it then.
That's okay.
Oh well.
We'll take that out later.
Or not. So, step 1, get really angry and emotional.
Super angry. Even if you're not an angry person, just get angry. Step 2, choose the appropriate social media platform for your type of angst and the level of your angst. For example, if you don't want anyone younger than 25 to care about what you have to say, you could use Facebook. Or if you want to limit your argument to 280 easily decontextualized characters, you can use Twitter. It's also good if you want to start a social justice movement. No matter which side of the aisle you sit, your tweet will be seen by Donald Trump.
And if POTUS sees it, you know you've moved up in the world.
You could also use Instagram if you're mostly angry about bodybuilding, or if your only marketable attribute is your good luck. If you only want junior high and high school teens to care about what you say for about 1 minute, you could use Snapchat. Reddit is for those of you that want the vast majority of the internet to miss what you're angry about until it becomes a meme.
Memes are important.
Memes are very important. Tumblr is if you want the entire audience to agree with you just because you're uniquely you in all the same ways that they are uniquely them. Or if you want Reddit users to troll you.
Who doesn't want a Reddit user trolling them? That seems like the best way to get into a meme.
And then there's YouTube. If you want to make millions of dollars for your unsolicited opinion on everything. Or if you're just a couple of schmucks like us.
That's a step 2. Once you've gotten your appropriate social media platform set up and ready to go, you've chosen the right one. Step 3, you've got to actually set up an account. If you already have one on one of these platforms, you'll want to create an anonymous one. You really don't want anyone to ever connect your online actions to your personal identity.
But Daniel, what if they do connect my online actions to my personal identity?
Deny.
Does that ever actually happen?
Get a lawyer.
I already have. Step 4, you want to turn on caps lock. That's the button on your computer that makes everything you say just like yelling.
Step 5, you want to type as quickly and as emotionally as possible. You don't want to slow down. You just want to get it all out there. And that ensures that there will be several grammatical errors within your post. This really communicates to your audience that you care less about being exact and communicating well and far more about offending them.
You want to offend as many people as possible. With your angry post. For step 6, you're going to want to tag someone you know will be offended by what you say. If this can be someone that you probably don't even know, but is semi or mostly famous, bonus points.
Usually the best way to get the word out is to offend someone and then they share it because they're offended. Step 7, once you've got the text written and you've tagged someone, you really want to add a graphic, a GIF or a meme that's slightly related to your topic, or maybe not at all. If you do it that way, if you have it slightly related or not at all related, it makes you seem more brilliant and sophisticated.
You want people to kind of connect the dots outside of the reality.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you don't want to lay it all out there for them in your post. You want to create that mystery and confusion.
Really, you're inviting people to completely miss the point of the reality that you've created in your own mind.
Yes, because if they actually got the point of what you were trying to say, that would defeat the purpose.
Yeah, that's not the point. For step 8, you're going to place a sticker or an emoji or some other graphic at the end of your text so that people will know that you're not a complete jerk. Do it with a lot of passion. The happier it is, the better. Do you want people to understand that you're not a complete jerk? You're just really, really passionate about the thing that you're angry about.
Step 9. This pertains really directly to videos. Your sticker or your meme or your emoji is kind of your sign off on a text. If you got a video, you got to sign off somehow. But what you want to do is you want to say the words K-bye, kind of flip your head, purse your lips out, and kind of roll your eyes back. It kind of looks like K-bye. People will know from that after you've signed off like that, no argument they posit in the comment section will stand up against what you've put in your video.
You did that really well.
Thank you.
Have you been practicing?
I have. I really wanted to get that right for our viewers.
I could tell. It shows.
Thank you.
We're on step 10 for those of you that count to 10. On step 10, this is pretty easy. You just want to click post immediately. You don't want to think about what you're doing. Don't take any time at all to think about what you said in your post. Just click send.
Just do it! After you post, people are going to comment on it. You need to have a plan in place for responding to those comments. When someone comments, you want to use a whole lot of circular logic and illogical arguments to respond to those comments. You don't want them to be able to use logic against you.
Logic is bad.
Logic is very bad in the comments section. If they start using logic, you just want to go right around that with some circular arguments. If they start bringing logic to the table, you just veto it. No, that doesn't work because it's logical. The first person to use logic in the comments is the loser. That's how it works in social media.
The Greek word logos is actually Greek for loser, isn't it?
Definitely. They just actually switched the G and the S and changed the G magically to a C.
Yeah. Make sure you don't look that up. Just trust us.
Yep, trust us. Because we are on social media.
And we know Greek.
And we know Greek.
Okay, so step 12, if you can message any of the commenters directly on the social media platform, you want to send them as many completely illogical gifts that undermine everything that they've said every single time they counter one of your arguments successfully. Ridiculous gifts. The more ridiculous, the better.
It makes them want to stop trying. That's really what you want. You don't want to have any real connection or real argument. You want to win. You want to do everything you can to make them lose or forfeit.
They may even quit their jobs and move into a monastery. Your inundation with gifts may make them give up on modern life every single bit. They may leave social media thanks to you, and that's really what everyone needs.
So that's step 12. We've only got 2 more to go. You've been with us all through this whole thing. We thank you for that. Step 13, lucky number, is that if you've perceived that you've lost an argument in the comments and you've done all that we've advised already, you've not used logic, you've inundated with gifts, here's what you do. You attack that person with as many personal insults as possible, and then you block them.
Immediately.
No questions asked. Don't give them a chance to respond. Attack and block.
Pull out the band hammer. The last step, step 14, after all of this angst and rage, you're going to feel pretty bad about life and humanity. So what you're going to do is you're going to leave social media altogether because of all the negativity. But before you do that, you need to be sure to go on a rant on social media about how bad social media is before you leave social media. Once you leave social media, you're not going to have a chance to go on that rant. Then you should immediately leave social media, except for when you want to check up on your streaks, keep those going, maybe hop back on Facebook and check on that ex-girlfriend. Other than that, just completely leave social media. I mean, if you want to get on YouTube and check your subs and all that stuff, you could.
And watch Adventures in Missing the Point. You know you want to do that.
Who wouldn't want to watch this?
This is pretty fantastic.
If you were to summarize all of these steps, what's the point of ranting and raving and raging on social media? What's the point for you? What goals do you have in mind when you go on on your rages on social media, which you so often do.
It is a great release of endorphins. It gets that dopamine going in your brain and just makes you feel as light as air. It makes it feel like you're living on a cloud. I mean, that night after you've done all this and gone through these steps, that first night of sleep, you'll think you're sleeping on a cloud. Just that free. And of course, you've offended so many people, including some higher ups in our society. You've gotten a bunch of people angry at you in response to your anger. You have just accomplished so much and brought so much into this world. You can just sleep well that night.
Social media is so much better when people are aiming to belittle others, bully one another. That's especially near and dear to my heart because I was bullied so much when I was younger.
All around me are familiar
Bullied so much when I was younger.
faces, worn out.
The world really needs more people who will unyieldingly express their opinions to people who probably don't even care.
That's important. We hope this step-by-step instructional video has been valuable to you. We trust that you will use it in the comments section. Humble us with your feedback, with your criticism, your anger, anything else you want to put down there, random gifts, angry memes. We just trust that you're going to take these to heart and post right in the comments section how angry you are about this video.
We love to be humbled by your ridicule in the comment section.
That's the phrase.
It's very important to us.
I couldn't think of ridicule. Until next time, this has been Adventures in Missing the Point. We hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed the point of social media.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Was that a fly flying around?
It was.